Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Samuel Pedrick doing the second video to the Orbital construction set. I'm sorry that it's taken me a little bit longer to get this one out and going. It's because I updated to 23.5, which has the NASA pack, the new rockets, which you can see on this this right here. The mission that you're seeing currently is a resupply mission to our orbital space station, just bringing them some parts that need, for stuff that needs to be fixed, and then it's going to be on its return trajectory. Also in this video we're going to be taking a look at this rocket as well as our ScanSat satellite, which is now in orbit. I had to completely redo my save file because I went to go and play it and everything was wobbly and almost blew up the game, and we don't want that when we're trying to build stuff. So as you can see, this rocket is launching up. Everything currently is at either a 1.5, 1.75 or 2.0 time speed boost, but that's because I didn't want to have to go through everything. Something like would total been 40 minutes or something like that, and that's just way too long. So I had to do a fresh save file, and as you can see, I've got my 3 communication satellites up, I've got a scan satellite up, I've got a space station up, and this is just resupplying the space station. On the left hand side you can see my flight computer. I've got all my data for orbital period, apoapsis, periapsis, delta V, RCS fuel, liquid fuel, everything that I possibly could need for a file. As you can tell, I'm still using my MechJeb. Oh well, they patched it to where the MechJeb will work, and Infinite Robotics did patch as well. They now have a functional version that allows me to use the animations and stuff in 23.5, which is very nice for the communication satellites. So just an update on what we're planning on doing. I will be building and constructing my own new pieces, and one of the ones that I wanted to do was a few separation rockets. I'm using the stock separation rockets currently, and they're nice and all, but they go for just a little bit longer than I'd like them to. So I'm going to design and program some new ones that are much more compact. I also installed some visual effects mods. I can't remember exactly what they're called right at this moment. I will give you an update on that as soon as I can. I want to say it was some visual enhancement mod. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Well, there's the Boulder Company, which has the city lights and the clouds, and then there's the environmental visual enhancements mod. That's what it is. Wonderful mod. As you can tell, it makes Kerbal look gorgeous. Everyone else is using it. Oh, that didn't look good. Guess I missed that when I was actually recording it. Something exploded. As you can see, there's my rocket. It's got 2 stages right there. I really didn't need the 2 stages. I probably could have gone with just the one. It made it a little more difficult having the 2 stages. And the first time I tried recording this, I didn't have enough RCS fuel. So I ended up, right as I was going in for my docking maneuver, I ran out of RCS juice, and that was not good. But thankfully, when I went to go launch this one, I added more RCS pods, so that way we wouldn't have that problem again. As you can see, I'm lining up for my trajectories, getting into orbit. But so one of the things that I plan on doing for the orbital construction mod is eventually making it to where we can go to another solar system. I'm going to have to try and design a solar system and see if I can program it into the game, and if I can, then one of the goals is to send our replica of the Messiah to the station, or to this other solar system, and essentially colonize. But yeah, so for right now, we're just doing a refueling mission on the orbiting space station, which isn't really all that great. In a little bit, we're going to be switching over to our VAB and taking a look at this station, or this little ship doohickey thing right here, as well as our communication satellite and our scan satellite, which I have both of floating around here somewhere. Yeah, so I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to pass along to you guys. I did say I was going to be building a space shuttle. The parts that I'm using, they're great. You'll see them in the VAB in just a moment or two, and I just have to put it together, and I'm going to have to test it, make sure that it does make it up into orbit the way it's supposed to. I might actually end up making some extra radial fuel tanks that are flat, just to allow for some to put them on the bottom of the shuttle's cargo bay, which will be very nice. Anyway, we're about to switch over to the VAB right about now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are inside the VAB. We're just about to go look at our resupply satellite to start with. Here it is. I'm using, like I said, using 23.5. There's the new rockets. Got some separator engines on them. As you can probably see, there goes that engine, just to show you all the different sections. There's the fuel tanks, stack separator, which just separates the back half, and then you've got this part that separates and reveals a KW rocketry engine. It's one of my favorites, actually. Underneath, attached to that top fuel tank that I just took away, is some RCS thrusters, or RCS blocks, so that way we can have some, fuel for RCS thrusters. It got taken away when I moved that. As you can see, we've got a probe cover, as well as a remote tech satellite. Now we get to the main section. There's a couple of things, a couple of antennas, so that way remote tech works. Pulled the engine apart. That just has some rocket parts and spare parts just for everything. Batteries, and in here you've got 2 gyros and some monopropellant, and a docking node, and there you go for that one. Next up, scan satellite. So with the scan satellite, it's pretty self-explanatory. Or I think this is a scan satellite. Yes, this is a scan satellite. So you got your solid rocket boosters, and you got your main engine, which is KW rocketry. Fuel tanks, KW rocketry. Let's see. Another second stage is, I believe that's an AEIS or AIES engine. Got some wonderful solar panels, a couple of gyros, and that's about it for that section. And then underneath the fairing is our scan satellite. Got a fuel tank with some engines for some inclination changes. Then you've got your mech jeb, so that way we can get some information from it. RCS, some batteries with some of the different scanning tools for it, some antennas, so that way we can stay in communication. And even when we're not in communication, it still does some scanning, and then it transmits the data to one of the satellites or the space station, and sends it down to Kerbal Space Command. And it's also got a Kethane scanner, which you saw. Next up is our communication satellite. Got some large solid rocket boosters from KW Rocketry to lift that baby up, to start lifting that baby up. As you can see, she's pretty tall. So she's got the KW rocketry solid rocket boosters, and then she has the bottom stage of the new 23.5 that separates out, and you got yourself a KW rocketry engine. So those are RCS fuel tanks that I modified, that I said in the first video, that have liquid fuel and oxidizer in them, so that way we have a little bit of extra boost. You can see some gyros in there, and then there's remote tech, as well as a couple other things. Remove the fairing, and as you can see, there's our communication satellite. It's got 6 different radar dishes, 3 giant solar panels, so that way we can constantly stay in communication and have power no matter what side of the planet we are on, whether it's the dark side or the light side. Now, inside those 2 compartments in there, as soon as we get there, here we go, we have lots and lots of batteries. As you can see, those are the AIES batteries, and they are nice. And there you go. Alright, here we are coming in for our rendezvous. I've got my docking autopilot going, only because I was just trying to get this video done before getting to work. As you can see, the ship is repositioning itself. I think on the next resupply ship I'm going to make it to where it doesn't have that secondary section, because it just ended up being a pain trying to get it to collapse down. Here we are coming in for our docking node, and I'm sorry that there was a point where it was just sitting there just waiting and waiting and waiting. What ended up happening was my dog ended up getting out of the yard, and I had to go grab her real quick, and yeah, so there's that. But here we are docking up, and there we go. Now, for some reason, as soon as it docked up, all the RCS thrusters fired, and this is where it got left for just a couple of moments. Hopefully not too long. But as you can see, those are the solar panels from the Cosmos pack, I believe. They're the same ones that Bob Fitch used for his KSS ISS replica from Project Gateway before he switched over to doing Project Odyssey, which, if you haven't seen either of those, Project Odyssey just had their 3rd episode, I believe, posted just the other day, and it was pretty good. And the Project Gateway is just, it's a phenomenal series. You should watch it from the beginning all the way up, and you'll really enjoy it, because I did, at least, when it came to Kerbal Space Program. And yep, just going through the motions now. But so this particular station, there we go, here I come back. This particular station just is a main section with the solar panels, and then it also has 2 sections for rocket parts, or just spare parts in general, and then 2 fueling pods for when space shuttles come up to dock with it. Like I said, I've still got to remake my space shuttle and make it to where it can get up here no problem, and then it'll dock up, get its fuel, and then return back to Kerbal. As you can see, I'm transferring the rocket parts out. Ended up actually transferring them into the new section that popped in, because I wasn't sure exactly how it transferred over. So then I corrected my mistake and brought it all back onto the space station, and then called it good before I undocked, and then tried sending these 2 pieces to their dooms. As you can see, there's a couple of docking nodes that are on there. Obviously, a couple of them can't be used currently because of the solar panels, but hey, what can you do? The new space station, it'll be put together a little bit better than this, so that way you're not worried too much about it. Trying to readjust the satellite, but I totally spaced that I was on the docking HUD down there, and so things weren't exactly going according to plan, and oopsie, that was my bad. What can you do? Just live and let learn, and go from there. Now, this piece I was having problems with because it was connected and then it disconnected from the network. So after I was done recording the video, I ended up sending it back down. But the first half, I ended up getting down no problem. It was sort of a pain. But you know what? We got it working. That's all that matters. And yeah, so there's that. But yeah, so this is the second video of the series. I will be going on the next episode and trying to send up probably the first section of the new orbital station. It'll most likely be just crew parts or crew sections, but they're going to go up unmanned as of now, so that way we're not burning up anything that we absolutely need for the moment. I'm debating about if I want to do the food and stuff, but that comes later. Have a good one, guys. Stay safe.